What's up, y'all? I wanted to get on here before we get into the review because we're gonna get into it. And I'm gonna just give y'all a teaser. I'm Biggie, Big Biggie the whole way through. But I just wanted to thank y'all. I wanted to get on here and thank y'all so much before we get into the review because y'all got me almost 100 subscribers in like 1 week. Like I want to say it's like 85. Like y'all smashed that thing the way I really wanted y'all to, and I thank y'all so much for it. I didn't think I was gonna get that many because y'all did what y'all did, and y'all helped me out. I said I wanted to get to 2,000 by the end of the year, and I thought it was far fetched, but I think it could possibly happen because I mean we got what 3, 4 more weeks. If y'all can do the same thing the next 3 weeks, we good. But if we get close to it, I'm happy. But I just wanted to thank y'all. If you are new here, you searched in to watch these baddies reviews, and you found me. Thumbs up the video, subscribe. Please do that because I'm gonna be here for the rest of the time. And yeah, drop your comments. That too, y'all, the engagement, that was great as well. And I love to engage with y'all. I love to talk to y'all. So we're about to get into this. This was a good episode for Biggie. Um, but Legend is back. And we're gonna start off with his thoughts from last week and we're gonna get into the rest of it. But Legend is back. Legend is about to have some words. I got some words for these fake bitches. And let's well, we are recording and we are live now. So as you see, he's back. Get to talking about what your thoughts were last week before we jump into this episode.
Oh yeah. Okay. So last week, I feel like a lot of people irritated me last week because they were if you were gonna lie about a story, make sure that y'all all had y'all stories in line because they were all lying. And then one, I love Biggie last episode. I feel like she was sticking up for herself and standing up for herself. Also, I did like what Suki had to say to her, although it did come off as instigating and messy to me. But I felt like she was basically just trying to tell her, girl, stop explaining yourself because no matter what you say, whether you did or didn't do it, they still gonna try to fight you. So just get ready to fight, bitch. I feel like that's what she was trying to say. She might have not used the best words to say it, but she
Mm.
was definitely instigating. But I understood what she was trying to say because I saw a lot of people not liking her. And when I watched it, I was like, I understood what she said. But also Camilla irritated me last episode with her ass saying that she didn't know what the fuck she was talking about, but then didn't even stand on it. Like that shit irritated me. And it didn't make sense. Even if Biggie did send somebody to go hit ET, one, you bitches bringing family members and best friends and DJs to come fight motherfuckers all throughout the season. So even if Biggie did bring somebody, what the fuck is the issue? Literally, just last episode, you had Mariah's sister pull up to the club just to fight Smiley. Literally, you had Tasiki getting jumped by Krishan Ferns, and then you had DJ Sky, who not even on the motherfucking season, coming to fight Anna Mac. Like, y'all got bitches coming out of the woodworks out of nowhere, so it's just hypocritical to me, even if she did. But the fact that she didn't, and if she was going to hit anybody or call a hit on anybody, why would it not be Rollie? I don't want the mini me. I want Dr. Evil himself. I want the final boss. It wouldn't make sense. That's what Biggie was trying to say. Like, bitch, I don't even know you. I don't even know your name. I don't know if it's ET, Scarface, or extraterrestrial. Like, bitch, I don't know what the fuck your name is. So why would I? Well, I want the big bitch that look like a buffalo, that's built like a fucking bison, a wild bison at that. That's what I would have went after. And that's what I don't understand. I don't get how House B wasn't putting two and two together because they kept changing their story. Because every time they was explaining it was the man said something new, and the man was a different color. That once he was light skinned, he was dark skinned, he was short, he was tall, he was her boyfriend, he was her best friend. Who the fuck? He was her brother. Like he was every B in the motherfucking world, but bitch. Like my god, boyfriend, best friend, brother. Like it was like my god. Like so, last episode kind of irritated me a lot, especially with House B. This episode, I'm gonna get into it. Definitely irritated me with House B. Like House A, like I feel like it's already unspoken that I don't like them. House B is irritating the fuck out of me.
I agree. Especially on that House V tip. We're gonna get into that. But with your Suki thing, Suki, you're right. What she was saying was real. Because at the end of the day, me, because like I said, I relate to Biggie in that aspect where she wants to get what she got on her chest off her chest. Everybody else gets what they have on their chest off their chest. And it's like the minute she starts to do it, they don't want to hear it. But
Yeah.
then again, I get where Suki's coming from with that about like, stop explaining yourself, because regardless if you say what you did or didn't do, they're not going to believe you. So basically, you are wasting your breath. But I think everybody's issue with Suki, and my issue with Suki was, why are you even speaking on some shit that you weren't even there to see? That was
Well,
my
yeah,
issue.
true.
Like, she was saying real shit, but why are you
Bitch, you don't
speaking for
even live in the
ET when you
house with
wasn't even
them.
there? Yeah, she was in Charlotte, or she was in North Carolina doing a booking. Like, you weren't
Like,
even
bitch, you don't
there, so
even
why are
know
you talking?
what body wash they use to wash their ass, bitch. You don't know them. Why are you sticking up? Why are you trying to get
Exactly.
names? But granted, what I said was that she was instigating. She definitely was, but she definitely
Yeah,
did say some real shit in her instigating, and she was instigating this episode too.
but she was on some real shit this episode. So we're
But
gonna
she
go
was
ahead and get into it.
instigating still. At the core, is
Yeah, lucky.
instigating, but she definitely said some real shit.
We're gonna get into it. Let's go. So we get to the scene. The first scene we get is basically Biggie running upstairs because ET's up there fucking with her shit. And she runs up the stairs, and immediately, and I'm glad she did, got between security and gave ET that nice little left jab, because she had ET back. I don't know why they didn't show that. Well, this is where I say they selectively show certain angles to make certain people look good. I feel like Biggie stuck her good because the way she went back, I know Biggie hit her good.
Well, Biggie is
And it,
always good for that one punch.
yeah, she gonna get a nice jab in
That
there.
opener punch, always good.
Exactly. But what pisses me off is how you notice how security did not let her get to ET. But if it was Scotty, if it was Natalie, if it was Rollie, if it was Mariah, they would have let her get to her, like how they got to, like how Mariah got to Smiley last week, like how Rollie be getting to people on previous seasons. How Natalie, which we're gonna get into, I guess, on the new show Bad versus Wild, how they set up a whole nother match for Natalie to get her one with Jocelyn. Like they pick and choose who they want to buck up with and who they want to let just get their ones for free. And I don't like that. And I didn't like the fact that they allowed Scarface to get off easy when she went up there and violated the contract. Like Biggie said, the contract says you don't touch my shit. If you touch my shit, you got to go. Why is she still here? That's my
I
that's
agree. I agree. And why was this bitch crying while she was packing the bags too? Did you not see that?
who ET.
She ET, yeah, she was crying while she was packing Biggie back. I was like, what is wrong with her? Like, Biggie really hurt you that bad? Like okay, from the footage that they show, it looked like it was like an accidental bump or whatever. It didn't look like it was something that was
It didn't
intentional.
even look like he hit her. Yeah, it definitely wasn't intentional, but
It
to
did.
me, it didn't even look
Like
like he
at
hit
the
her.
most, it looked like an accidental bump. Like you in a
The
crowded, like
grace.
okay, like that's going to the club and being mad that like somebody bumped into you in a crowded ass room. Like if you're going to be
Right.
mad that people are bumping into you in a crowded ass room, then you don't need to. You need to stay in the house. But I did not like the fact how why all this is going on. House B is just watching this. That's like somebody coming to your house and telling even if you don't fuck with Biggie or Smiley, it's just simple on a respect. Like you bitches coming to our house and ratchet it up. Y'all could do that at y'all shit, but why y'all doing that here? Like I'd be like, I would have been like this. I fuck with y'all or whatever. But at the end of the day, over here we be chilling. We got good vibes. We don't need all that drama and shit. If y'all want to fight, take that to your house. We'll come to your house to fight. But y'all ain't
Mm-hmm.
about to do this shit at our house. That's the kind of shit I would have been on. I'm sorry. Like even if I
Yeah.
wasn't close with Biggie or Smiley, it would have been like, this is our house. Y'all disrespecting. At this point, y'all disrespecting our house. Y'all not disrespecting Biggie and Smiley. Y'all disrespecting our house at this point. And now it's up. That's how I would have
Yeah.
been.
I'm gonna get on House B. We're gonna build up to them because at the end I'm gonna get into them because they every last Biggie was the only person in this episode that I loved. Every other person, even the ones that I like, Tasiki, Anna, Camila, Sky, T, all them bitches. Mm-mm. Like I got some words for all of them. Smiley, punk ass. But I gotta mention too, Mariah. Her punk ass is in the confessionals talking about something. I'm so proud of Biggie because she's standing up for herself. You come back here and you want to be on Baddies East, do what you do. Buck up. The audacity of your punk ass to even say that when you had to get pumped up to go get something of your own. I'm like, you are the biggest punk on this show. Got the audacity to say I'm proud of somebody standing up for themselves. You don't ever do it. So how you proud?
And then you set your sister up to get her ass beat at the club.
And it was pumping it up like she was doing something. She ain't do shit. She got beat by Smiley who can't even fight.
That
Like,
ass like shit
for
is stupid.
real. But
Like
Biggie was
Mariah's
letting
irritating.
she be, and I'm glad, as we saw at the end of the episode, I'm glad Suki is on her head now, so that's gonna be very
Shut
fun to
up. We
watch.
gotta wait to the end. Shut up.
You keep you keep giving me the reason to say it, but we're gonna get onto it. But Biggie said that she didn't know what they was talking about the whole stuff with the dude, and this is why I respect Biggie. She said, "I will find out what happened, and if there's something that needs to be handled, I'll handle that. But me and you, we gonna handle our shit right now." I
Yeah,
was
no, no,
like,
she ate that. She ate that. I said, oh, that's how you clear a
Biggie,
bitch. I said,
oh
hold
my
on. I don't
god.
know who that is.
I'm so like, man, when I tell you I'm so happy that she came back this season, because I had a sour taste in my mouth with her last season. I'll own up to it, because I did not like her the entire season last season. But
Mm-hmm.
this season, she's like this. I feel like we finally get to see who she truly is. Because I feel like a lot of last season, I feel like she was. I don't want to say she was trying to be something on the show, but I feel like she wasn't being her true self, because she was too busy trying to like, or at least just targeted and focused in on Stunner Girl, to where that ended up making it her whole entire existence on the season. But here we get to see Biggie for who Biggie really is, and I love it. Like I love how she's standing on her shit too. But like I said, security was pissing me off. They was not letting her get to ET. She kept trying to get to her. Biggie told ET, here's one of very many real tips that she said, you let Natalie put that battery in your back to come at me. And I'm glad she clocked that, because it's the truth. You only doing shit because you fighting Natalie's battles and you fighting Rollie's battles. That is the only reason. And then you now realizing that well, I ain't even gonna say it, because we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it. I'm about to jump. I like to build up to stuff, and I'm about to end up saying stuff that I want to build up to. But Natalie comes upstairs talking about they're done with this bullshit. The eviction notices have been handed out, and everybody is ready to go and ready for Smiley and Biggie to go, because they're all aligned, and these two are wasting their time and wasting and stopping them from getting money. And I'm like, the audacity of you to sit here and talk about somebody stopping somebody from getting some money and talking about somebody wasting people's time. Y'all are the one that's coming over here starting this shit. Y'all are wasting y'all's own time. Biggie and Smiley, granted, Smiley do be doing shit, but Biggie has not done shit on this show. She's come on this show, and y'all have literally made these issues now her issues. And now that she has an issue, you don't want her to get the issue off. I'm like, and now it's such an issue. And now it's, oh, well, you're fucking up my money and whatever. It's just like, what are you talking about, Natalie? She's delusional, and she's a liar, and she's fake.
I agree. I feel like Natalie has always been fake. But that's just Natalie at that point. That's why I feel like I don't understand how people can genuinely like be friends with her at all. Like if I was
Yeah.
to ever like work at Zeus or be on Baddies as a baddie or whatever, I would have that mindset in this is just a business relationship. This is not no friendship. We don't need
Right.
to get close. We only this is just strictly business between me and you. So when these
Mm-hmm.
girls season after season get close with Natalie and then they see how she's an opportunist. She's going to use you
Yeah.
to make her show better. So she's right now, she's using Biggie. I feel like another note that we should talk about is Scotty. Scotty is being extremely fake towards Biggie because her and
Yeah.
Biggie hung out after Baddies West. Her and Biggie was hanging out. They was on lives together,
Mm-hmm.
Kiki and giggling. But now that people got an issue with Biggie, you see her being quiet and stepping to the side and laughing and
She a
shit.
punk.
I'm the type of motherfucker. I'm not worried about who's the loudest bitch. I'm worried about who's the quietest one and giggling and laughing at the shit that the loud bitch saying. Cause now, bitch, I'm gonna
Exactly.
fight her and I'm gonna fight her. I'm fighting all you bitches. Cause now you fake, bitch. All you bitches fake. At this point, I'm sorry.
Facts. No, that's facts. Like, and that shows this proves everything about Scotty, everything I've been saying the last 2 years, everything you've been saying the last year. It's like she's a follower. She has no mind of her own. She's the one that does not have any business being on the show. When I say baddie, it goes beyond physical appearance. A baddie is somebody that they don't follow nobody. They walk to the beat of their own drum. They do whatever they want to do. She has no balls. Like she don't stand on shit. Like she sways with the wind, and that's just what it is. But we're gonna get on Rollie's fat ass, and I'm gonna continue to call her fat ass, because the audacity she had later on, the audacity her fat ass had later on. But she's throwing Biggie's wig outside, and she's talking to T. calling people, saying that like them calling people outside, pull it together. She talking about how people calling people outside is dead and whatever. And it's just like y'all had like what you said earlier. They had no issue with Mariah Lynn. Why are you still laughing? It's not that. Mariah
I'm
Lynn. They had no
sorry.
issue with her bringing her sister. They had no issue with her bringing her sister. And I'm like, and then she's swearing up and down the dude was Biggie's boyfriend or whatever, which we're gonna get on that later on as well. But they talking about Smiley's antics. T's not fucking with that. Biggie is upstairs stating that she ain't going nowhere. Everybody keeps trying to tell her that she going somewhere. She ain't going nowhere. And she said ET can't even afford the shit that she's touching, which is a fact. We know that because as if you haven't followed the Zeus T pages or at least seen it on YouTube, ET done went and got her body done, and then she got on social media asking people for money for DoorDash. Like, and apparently she got 2 kids. I had no idea she had 2 kids. But you gonna go get, which I'm assuming maybe if Rollie's BBL was free, I'm assuming hers should be free, right? But if she went out of pocket to get a BBL and you ain't even feed your kids, let alone your own
Priorities.
mouth,
Priorities are all
it
fucked up.
fucked up. But I think that's all we really gotta talk about. Nope. No, and then Biggie also was calling Natalie a weird ass bitch for allowing ET to go up there and touch her shit. And I'm like, yeah, she was. That's the thing too. Biggie. That's another reason why I love her this season. She's the only person who has actually called Natalie out on this season and clocked what she's been doing. And she gonna get on it later on, but Rollie also continues to try to tell Biggie that she's leaving. She goes up there and tells her, "You're leaving," and Biggie continues to tell her she's not going nowhere. Anna comes out because Anna was. That's the funny part too, because Anna was gone when all this shit was happening. Remember, she went upstairs because she thought Scotty might be on some type of shit, and then she finally come out, and then there's a whole bunch of other shit that you don't miss. But this is another thing too. This is why I'm gonna really get on Smiley later on. But Biggie was in the room, and I think she thought it was like a hot mic situation where she wasn't on camera. Because I rewound it back a couple times just to hear what she was saying. I think she was trying to say she wasn't on camera, but she was pretty much telling Smiley, look, these bitches is trying to get up on us and get us out of here. They trying to use us as the scapegoat to get out. So you need to like nut up, get up and like stand on some shit. And I was glad she said that. I'm like, you speaking real shit, and Smiley sitting there looking all scared and shit. I don't know if you caught that, but she looked so scared. So that's why I don't feel. That's why I do not feel bad for Smiley, because it's like she tried to act tough in certain instances, but then when it's time to really be tough, she don't want to be tough. And Biggie's
Smiley is
trying to
that
help her.
person. Smiley is that person that wants to fit in so bad that you could literally beat her ass and she will be fine the next moment, just as long as you befriend her and fit in. And that's what I kind of noticed this episode, because Biggie was saying, "Girl, I ain't got no issue with you, but they got issues with us, so we need to buck up or shut up." And Smiley's still on
Exactly.
this tip talking about, "I want to be friends with everybody." They keep beating your ass. Mariah literally just ran up on you out of nowhere, like, girl, at this point, we can't be friends. I'm sorry, I really can't be close friends with anybody that we don't fault.
Yeah, agreed. And you're gonna bring me to another point, but
Like, you're not my brother or
that's another
sister.
thing, right? And then that's another thing too. That's why I say with me, I'll stand up for somebody that's being bullied. But if I see you trying to go back and be friends with these people, I'm done trying to stick up for you. I'm not putting myself involved in some shit that you continue to go back to. That's insanity. But you brought me into the next scene. Suki is up there talking to both of them, Biggie and Smiley, and she's saying that the whole house don't fuck with them or whatever. And Biggie is saying that her house fucks with her. And Suki, being real, she said some real shit here. She said, "Are they really do they really fuck with you? Because have they stood up for you? Have they stood up for you?" And she said, "Well, they said they have." She said, "Well, I ain't see them stick up for you." And I was like, "I'm glad you said it." Because in that moment, I don't know if Biggie even realized it in that moment, but she needed to hear that because this foreshadowed the rest of the episode.
I agree, because I didn't see nobody sticking up for her. I ain't see nobody sticking up for neither one of them. So
No,
even
that's
when
what
they
we've been
had an
talking about.
opportunity to, even when they had an opportunity to, they didn't. Like, Camilla, you had a perfect opportunity, but you didn't stand on it. So
We gonna get on her. It's funny how all this stuff is like leading to the end. But Suki was then saying what you done said already, what she said previously, like the explaining herself is too much because nobody gives a fuck, which is true. Um, she said if Smiley and Biggie weren't there, them girls would be getting along, and I'm like, that's cap, that's a lie, because they would have found a way to start some other shit with somebody else, and they probably would have started it with her, or at least tried to. Somebody would have. They might not do it because they realize that Suki essentially is one of those girls on this season that is low key above this show. Her, Sky, they low key are above being on Baddies, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but Suki was then saying too, like she got a show, pretty much telling them like with Smiley, you got to stand on your business. Like when you do certain things, you got to stand on it. And she pretty much saying the same stuff that a lot of us on YouTube and a lot of us on social media have been saying. Smiley does shit and don't stand on it. It's like you can stand on it and you can still apologize, but stand on it and then don't turn around and do the same thing again because she does that. That's what she does. She'll apologize and then turn around and do the same thing again. And then somebody want to fight you and then you mad and trying to figure out why they want to fight you because you keep doing the same shit. That makes me want to fight you. You got anything else you want to add today?
No, keep going. I like when you be leading. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm trying to hit these points.
I chime in when I want to say something. You gonna know I'm gonna speak up, but you handling it. So go ahead. You ain't gotta ask me if I got anything to say. I'm gonna say it.
All right. Well, then Suki also was talking about like if a bitch try to try them, what are they gonna do? Because she's saying like about them leaving and stuff, and they both said they're not going nowhere. And she said, if a bitch tries you, what you gonna do? And Biggie said, I'ma always fight back, like because I fought back, and she ain't lying. Biggie always fights back. And then she directs that to Smiley, and Smiley says what you basically just said. I just don't understand why they don't like me. Suki said some more real shit because they don't respect you. Why would I respect somebody? Why would I like somebody who allows me to punk them? And that's where I see where a lot of them are coming from when they don't like Smiley, even though they started picking with reasons as trying to find things to not like her for. But she's now exposing herself to reasons why I wouldn't like her because you don't respect yourself. Why am I going to respect you if you don't respect yourself? And when I say that, you allow people to punk you, allow people to fight you and put their hands on you, and you not do nothing about it. Like I don't respect people like that, and then I don't like people like that. I wouldn't want to be around somebody like that.
True, I agree. I feel like I said again, Smiley is that person that wants to fit in, and it's just a sad case. And you can even tell in her DRs and stuff or confessionals. Like I'm gonna get into it when they go to the club because that's where she rubbed me the wrong way. Honestly,
Well, she rubbed me the wrong way at the end, but we're gonna get to it. But Suki pretty much telling them again, ain't nobody kicking her out of no house. So she hopes that they stay on that same type of time. But she told them to stand up for themselves. She said that she fucked with them and they ended up leaving, and that was that. And scene 3, we get to the club montage that they always do with the bad skin, Rollie, Natalie, like always doing that. But as Tasiki and Biggie are getting, well, at least as Tasiki's getting ready, she's noticing that everybody else is dressed up, and Biggie's in her little sweatsuit with her bonnet on. Basically, she peeping that she about to be on that type of time. So they get on their separate sprinters and they recapping as usual. Scotty and Natalie are pretty much bigging up Rollie in these whack ass eviction papers that she handed that did nothing. Natalie was saying that she don't know if they're staying or not, but she noticed the notices are out, which is funny to me because Natalie tried to act like she's so big dog and like she runs shit over here. If you really ran shit, them two girls, what you wouldn't be questioning if they're still there or not. You would have made sure that they were gone,
and
and that's why.
mind you, spoiler alert: these bitches made it to Jamaica.
Exactly. Like Natalie
Like,
don't stand up shit.
like at this point, Rolly, you should be embarrassed. How you hand out eviction notices and the girls made it to Jamaica?
She just wanted to do that because I guarantee you, Rollie done had a couple of eviction notices handed to her. She just wanted to be on the other end of that. But
Oh, hold on. I
uh,
just caught the shade. Oh my god. You are nasty for that.
I don't like that girl. But Sapphire and Mariah sitting there dick munching. That's what I'm starting to call it now. Like they eating. They sitting there just eating it the whole time. But Sapphire brings up how Suki had had a conversation with Biggie and Smiley about them not leaving. And Mariah then says they're gonna be fighting every day. And Suki said, "Well, then that's what you're gonna do." And it's funny because Mariah, you can't fight, and you're not gonna hit Biggie. I know you're not gonna swing on Biggie.
No, because
Like,
Suki looked like she was not paying it. She was not paying them. Like she was not feeling the conversation.
and this she wasn't. And this is where I was like, going into this, the rest of the episode, after she had that conversation with Smiley and Biggie, I was like, I want to see if you keep that same energy when you were in front of them bitches. And she kept that energy. And I was like, okay, I respect it. Because I'm glad to see this now. And hopefully, as she's been saying on social media, she ain't been backing none of that stuff the rest of the season. Hopefully, we continue to see that, which possibly, thinking about it now, it makes sense as to why she might end up fighting Rollie. Well, why she ends up fighting Rollie. It could possibly be something doing with this, and she might be standing on what she's online saying. So if she does, that she could win. I feel like she could win a couple people back when it comes to the rest of the season if she's standing on it. But this scene was a good look for her because she, like you said, she ain't want nothing to do with it. You could tell that whole time she was sitting there like, why am I on this bus with these girls? Like you could tell she wished she was on another sprinter by herself, if anything. But
And I feel like also she may be feeling a little stupid because of the whole Smiley situation a little bit. Like she
yeah,
may be feeling a little guilty, a little stupid because she's like, damn, I went out there and did that shit for this girl and they out here just doing any
yeah,
old type of thing that I don't stand for. That might be what's going through her head in that moment. You never know. But
you're
you do
right.
look stupid, Suki, for that. But hey, but I
Yeah,
understood that Smiley did text your phone, so I understood that part. But
yeah,
the rest was
yeah. That whole
extra.
she was vindicated in why she approached Smiley when she did. So we agree with that though
The
with the
whole
Texas
jumping in the
situation.
that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. But just addressing the whole Texas situation, yeah, she was right. I would have done the same thing when it comes to the Texas situation.
Yeah,
But
because I wish you would text my phone. I'll smack you.
right, like who are you and how did you get my number?
I'm
Like
talking to
I
you.
felt her on that. What?
Who do you think you are trying to get bugged? Talking about what?
Who do you think
Like I
you
ain't see you
are?
in person, and I press you in person, and you didn't do nothing. Don't be fronting
You
for
ain't
these
pressing
cameras.
no. You ain't press shit in person. No, no. You. All right, Et. Stop putting on for the camera. But Sky ends up asking Biggie and Smiley if they're gonna let them evict them, and Smiley again saying she wants to get along and wants to squash everything. Sky saying y'all embarrassing and y'all are liars, and Biggie's like, who's the liar? And this is why I like Biggie. Biggie's been standing on it the whole time, and Sky was like, you got that girl hit in the head. And Biggie says that's bullshit. They creating storylines for ET, which is what a lot of us have been saying, and a lot of us can see. She brings up how Camila said that she didn't even see the dude hit ET. And then Camila sitting there saying in her confessional, she don't know why she being brought up like she's a witness or whatever. I'm like, why didn't you say that when ET questioned you and was looking for a cosign? Why you didn't say that then? Like you saying that
True.
in the confessional, so why you didn't say that then? And that's what's pissing me off about Camila because Camila has never been this way. That's what's annoying to me. You get back on TV and then you just not standing on nothing. Camila back in the day and all the other seasons, all the spin-off shows that she was on, if she didn't see nothing, she'd have been like, leave me the fuck alone. I ain't see nothing. But why you didn't do that here? That's what's tripping me out about her.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But Sky then asked, has she spoken to the dude that they're talking about? And Biggie said, I had to rewind this like 15 times to kind of really get what was going on. But Biggie said that she had spoken to him, and he said he didn't do anything, but he wasn't inside the club with them. Camila then asked her after she said that she saw her hugging a dude and saying "bye, brother," and Biggie said, "Yeah, that was her brother who ended up coming into the club." And I'm like, "Is that the same dude that they're talking about?" I could not follow where they was coming from with this. So if you understand, that's watching this, if
I
you
felt like they were
understand this
talking
moment,
about two different people.
I did too. I couldn't understand. I'm like, the brother is this the brother that
I
she's
mean, you can
talking
have more
about?
than one brother.
Right, but they didn't clarify that. So I'm
You
like,
can have more
who are
than
they
one
talking
brother.
about? Yeah, you can. But if y'all watching this understood what was going on, drop it in the comments because I was confused watching this. But they still trying to say that he did it, and Biggie is sticking to her dude's word. Like she said, I feel like he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. And regardless, we know he didn't hit her in the head the way she's trying to make it seem like. Like he didn't hit her. If anything, he grazed the back of her neck. But Biggie's clocking how whack they are, building off the bullshit. She said the same thing that you said, how the stories were not making sense. She could see how they always like trying to add more to the story that ET was trying to run with. And she was like, how did y'all not see that? And I'm like, yeah, how did they not see that? Like the whole situation was just so clear that they were just literally trying to make a situation and run with it. And Biggie clocked it. Like Biggie was on it. And she knows for a fact that nobody from her side's put their hands on ET. And she said, but I hope ET knows that every action comes with a reaction. I was like, you better say it, because I knew she was about to hit her. And I'm like, you're right, because if you do something and the way you've been acting, if you think I'm not going to come back and get you, then that's on you. And it's funny, too, because ET should have been expecting her to
Mm-hmm.
get her lick back. So you want to add anything before that, before we jump into that moment?
I told you if I got something to say, I'm gonna say
I'm
it.
just saying. I'm just saying. All right,
I
we're
don't
just
have
keeping this
nothing to
train
say. Like
moving.
you hitting on all the points. I agree with every point. If I got another point to hit on, I'm ready to get to the club scene because
I'm
that's my
just making
point.
sure. All right, when we get to the club, Biggie is excited to get off that sprinter because she got some shit to say and she already looking for ET. So Natalie's crew finally gets off their sprinter. Rollie's talking about how they look like baddies and whatever. And I'm like, the way she keeps talking about how they looking like baddies and we're looking cute, you can tell she ain't never felt that in
Oh
her
my
life. And I'm
god.
like, see, Rollie, you the most insecure person on this show. But she's saying that she wanted to stay by ET this time to make sure nothing happened to her. So they all end up lining up like outside. I guess this is outside of the club at this point, so that they can be escorted in. So as they're lining up, Biggie runs up and pops the shit out of pops the shit out of ET like a good clean pop, and everybody start jumping and like you got Camila, who was it? Rollie, and I want to say it might have been Sapphire.
Sapphire.
Yeah,
No,
jumping.
because Camilla hit ET with her purse.
Yeah, I saw that too.
She hit
so
ET in
they
the back of her head with her purse.
so they jumping at this way because apparently they don't know what was going on, and I rewound it back because it looked like to me Camila. It looked like Camila made eye contact with Biggie before she even slapped her. In my eyes, but she's saying that she ain't see who it was. But
But okay, sometimes you could be looking somewhere but not
yeah,
actually focusing.
that's true. That's true. That's why I ain't gonna get on her about it. But because she could have been looking like she was
I
looking
don't
at
think
her.
nobody saw her because just the genuine reaction, they
Yeah,
all seemed surprised and shocked by it. I don't think nobody was expecting Biggie to do that. And
yeah,
like later on, even Camilla said, "I wish you would have told me so that way I could have
yeah.
moved to the
I'm
side
a
or something, so that way you
yeah,
could have got her good." But
right.
also, like they were mad at Biggie for doing that or whatever, and they were talking about, "Oh, she fucked up her money." Girl, how you gonna hand me an eviction
Look at
notice
you
and then
skipping.
get mad that I'm acting like the rent is due, baby, and I come to work you bitches like a 9 to 5, and now you mad that I'm paying the rent, bitch. Now you mad I'm paying the rent. You can't hand me an eviction notice then be mad that I'm paying the rent. You can't be mad. That's what
You
I did not understand is you get to touch my shit and I can't touch you touch my shit. So now I'm not about to go to the club and dance next to you and be all ha ha ha. No, bitch, we're
look at
fighting.
you.
We're fighting at the booking, at the club. Fuck you and your money. All we getting is probably $5 anyway, because that's what y'all got last season, bitch. Talking about messing up a booking money. Bitch, y'all was barely getting money last season. I don't think y'all getting that much money this season. That
Thanks.
was my point.
And look at you and you look at you skipping through too. I was about to say that, but you was right though. But that was what I was about to say next. Biggie was saying how she slapped ET because she had her fucked up thinking that they was gonna be in that club being copacetic after she did what she did. So you just hit on that too. They didn't realize in a moment that it was Biggie. They thought it was another dude. But Rolly then throws something at Biggie, which I rewound a couple times. I'm assuming it's an orange because it was orange, and I can
I
only
feel like
assume it's
somebody
food.
said that she pulled an orange out her titty.
It's pretty feasible when you talk about Rolly, but Rolly's sitting there talking shit, talking about that's why you don't have your wig on because you got your ass beat. You came in here like that, bitch. And then she had the audacity to call Biggie dirty. I'm like, first of all, she didn't get her ass beat. She didn't come with her wig because she knew what she was coming here to do. Why would she come with her wig if she's trying to fight and she know that y'all bitches are the type of bitches that like to pull hair? Biggie
And
came the
they
way
say
she
y'all
came because
be
she
up.
wanted to come that way. Huh?
I said, and then they be saying that somebody got beat up. Like we just got into a
Always.
scuffle in the fight. Like I don't think nobody won the fight between Biggie or ET. It was just a scuffle.
No.
Just because you got into a fight don't mean that you beat somebody ass. It doesn't always have to be a
Exactly.
winner in every fight that's had. You could just say sometimes they
Exactly.
just got into a scuffle. I don't know who won because nobody won. That's what could have been said, but instead y'all want to hype up y'all friends and be like, they beat their ass, they beat their ass. I'm sorry, friend, you did not beat her ass. Nobody ass really got beat in any of the ET and
Exactly.
the Biggie fights. Like it was just
Literally.
scuffles.
And that's what I said last week. The only because when you think about it, ET had her. She might have got an uppercut in once, but Biggie got her back with that jab upstairs. So nobody got their ass beat. They both got a lick in, but that was it. They wasn't really fighting. Like getting your ass beat is Tasiki with Marsh. Like Marsh got fucked up. That's getting your ass beat.
Yeah.
But what else? Biggie was calling her out for making up storylines, trying to get clout off of her. Biggie was on their heads. Everything she was saying, she was addressing it. I'm glad she was. She's saying everything that we've been saying all fucking season. And it's so refreshing to see that somebody actually that was filming it and living it in real time was actually seeing it in real time and actually called it out. It's refreshing to see that. That's why Biggie, she, in my opinion, is the MVP of the season. She took that title from T tonight. Like T had that thing strong for a couple weeks, but she took that title. T, you in second place, but Biggie is the MVP of the season for me right now. But Biggie's ready to fight. She said, "I'm not going in that club. We fighting. Like it is what it is. Like I don't care." And I respect it too because normally I hate a sneak. Like I hate when somebody sneaks somebody. But in this moment, Biggie, they've been playing with Biggie. They've been playing in her face, and I'm like, at this point, you can't even fight fair with these bitches. Sneak them any chance you can. Sneak them. Like and like she is. I'm on this fighting time. Y'all want to fight all the time? Let's fight. Y'all want to be ghetto and ratchet and do all this shit any other where? I want to do it here now. Y'all want to go get your money now. I've been wanting to go get my money, but y'all didn't want to let me do it because y'all want to keep fighting me. So guess what? Now that you want to get your money, I'm gonna give you the same energy you gave me. Let's fight. And she fucked up their bag because
I
that
agree.
owner came outside
But
and told
also
them that they can't come in.
But also the audacity of ET to think that she wasn't gonna get touched. Like,
Right.
why did you come to the club dressed like you coming to the club? You should have been ready to fight because you just did all that shit and y'all really thought they was gonna leave without giving y'all a good bang. So honestly,
Exactly.
the sneak was worth it. She deserved that sneak.
So was. Sure did. And that's the crazy thing too, is with ET being who she is and coming from the shows that she comes from, you would have thought she would have been expecting her to try and come back and sneak her. Like, why was you not expecting that? But Scotty's sitting there. Well, actually, Rollie, she's still claiming that Biggie got her ass beat, and Biggie said, "Yeah, we fought. Look at my face." And when she started dancing, that took me out.
No,
Biggie,
I've
like,
been doing that this whole review because it's been stuck in my head.
she is hilarious, yo. But Scotty's sitting there talking about how she loves it for Rollie. How when she turns into the Hulk, she throwing her Gucci shoe. It's funny how they just name dropping shit. Like I feel like before Natalie brought Scotty on here, Scotty ain't touched no real money before. Rollie, we already know she ain't touched no real money before because she always walking around with that Fendi bag, and then apparently she got a Gucci flip flop now that she's throwing. I wish I would throw some Gucci or throw some Prada. If anything, I'm throwing something that's not name brand, but whatever. That's showing where Rollie come from. But also, Scotty, stop. And then this is for Zeus. Stop putting Scotty's confessionals up. She's the one person I don't want to see a confessional for at all. ET's terrible too in her confessionals, but Scotty takes the cake. She don't be talking about nothing. She always be dick munching. Like all she do is sit there and eat up Natalie and Rollie and ET. Like that's all she gets a confessional for. She's talking about somebody else and it's saying it's giving that or it's giving. Don't nobody care about that. Shut up. The best confessionals this season are really Biggie and Sky and T for third, but really Sky and Biggie have the best, and Camila too. Camila has good confessionals because they're authentic.
Anna be having some good
Anna too.
confessionals.
Why did I forget her? Anna is hilarious in the confessionals. Those four are the most authentic, and they're the most entertaining. Tasiki is authentic in her confessionals, but she's boring.
But
Like Tasiki's
she
voice
act just
sounds
like
boring.
Krishan. Her and
Yeah,
Krishan act just alike. They're very
agree.
they're very model tone.
Yeah,
You're not
which is
getting
authentic.
yes, but you're not getting much from them in the
No,
confessionals.
right. Which is why they only get like one or two
It's cut
episodes.
and dry, bitch. It's cut and dry with them.
But they end up trying to get Biggie on the sprinter, and I had to bring this up because it was so funny. Because one of the fans was walking up to Biggie and saying, "Look, take me with you, because I'll come up and pull up to the crib with you, and I'll fight with you." Because Biggie was talking about how she wanted to fight. I don't know if y'all caught that, but if you did not catch it, rewind it back because the fan was trying to get on the bus with her, and Biggie said, "I love you, but you can't come. I don't know who you are." That cracked me up because I was like, she was ready to ride for Biggie, and I was like, if she would have came, she probably would have got down with Biggie. But that was
Yeah.
funny. But yeah, Natalie then talking about the club owner coming out, saying they can't come in because of the commotion that was going on outside, and she's now mad at B because she fucked up her money. And it's like, okay, y'all been fucking up everybody else's money. Like y'all not even getting it. Natalie might be she might be the only one that can say you really fucked up my money because I believe Natalie is probably making at least 20 racks going into these appearances. I know Natalie is getting her money. These other girls probably ain't getting no money. They might be getting 2 G's. But Natalie, I know Natalie is copping a bag. Like she's leaving out of these appearances with some money. Because Natalie, as fake as she is, and as pretentious as she is, Natalie does know how to get some money. As we see with this Baddie Blunt stuff that she's doing now, that she's on tour, selling this stuff, doing this Baddie shot o'clock stuff that's so cringe and embarrassing. If I was ever anywhere with her, I saw a video of her with Kanye West on social media today, and she's screaming Baddie shot o'clock around a bunch of random people. I'm like, how are you not embarrassed doing this in public? Like,
Did you
but
see?
she,
I think it was either Anna or Scotty yelling at him, telling him that he not God.
No, I didn't see that. Was that when
They,
I've
they
seen
was
something
yelling
about
at
somebody
Kanye
saying
West and when they said, "You are not God." He said, "Shut up before I remove you."
it? Dang. Which I found interesting that they was even in the same room with him, which
Like,
is
how y'all get in the
crazy.
same room? Like, what is going on?
Wild. But Biggie ends up getting on the sprinter. They end up getting everybody else on the sprinter. Rollie's threatening to hit people with shoes because Biggie was already on her sprinter at this point, so it couldn't have been Biggie that she was talking to. But the next morning, we get Biggie outside dancing while she rolling up. Smiley comes out there. Smiley's asking Biggie how she felt about the eviction shit. Biggie saying, "How do you feel?" Because you was the one that was ready to go. Like she basically said, you was about to leave. Like they was about to get you out of here. So how do you feel? And I was like, I'm glad she said that. And Smiley claims that she was gonna tell them that she wasn't getting evicted and she wasn't leaving, and Biggie wasn't buying none of it. And I was like, I'm not buying it either, Biggie. Like Smiley be trying to put on like she really hard and really stands on anything, and Biggie already knows that she's not, which is why she's been sitting here trying to give her these pep talks. But Smiley then wanted to talk about how Biggie snuck ET, acting like she didn't even know who Biggie was going for whenever it happened at the club. I'm like, it was obvious she was gonna go for ET. But Biggie said because ET was touching my shit, like you're not gonna be able to touch my shit, and I needed to humble her, and that's what she did. Smiley then saying that Biggie was wrong for fucking a bag up, and I'm like, you what bag? Because I guarantee you wouldn't get nothing. You might have got $2,000. What bag is that?
And this is where I say Smiley is a follower. She wants to fit in too much. Like, why are you just regurgitating whatever was said to you about Biggie from the night? It's not even your own thoughts at this point. It's other people's
Right.
thoughts that have been implanted in you, and now you're just saying it back to her. And I just didn't like that. Like, this is where Smiley starts to irritate me because it's like, why are you trying so hard to make a puzzle piece fit that doesn't fit? Like, just be your own person, stick up for
Clever.
yourself. Like, stop trying to be friends with these bitches that obviously don't want to be friends with you, and stop trying to have their back in conversations when in conversations behind closed doors, I'm sure they don't have your back.
You know that for a fact. But since you said that, this is gonna key into that follower shit too, because she started asking her about that dude too, and Biggie said that Smiley saw her with the dude and said he was like attached to her hip, so he didn't really leave her side. And Smiley said she remembered him being next to her, and then when they got on the sprinter, he was in the car driving next to them. And Biggie was like, "See, that's the shit that pisses me off with you because you saw it, but when they was trying to press me about it, you was sitting there like a church mouse, quiet, didn't say nothing."
Mm-hmm.
And it's like she's like, that's what I'm saying. You a punk. You let them punk you, and you let them silence you when you could stand on something that you already know was bullshit. Like the whole situation that they were trying to pump about Biggie setting ET up to get hit. She knew for a fact it wasn't one, but what was she doing? Sitting there quiet,
Like,
and
you
that's
had
what
the
Biggie was talking
information
about.
and she laid it out so clearly. She laid it
It
out
did
exactly how Biggie was
detailed,
saying that it happened. Exactly how
detailed,
Biggie saying it was happening. Smiley said that's how it happened. And they weren't even talking. That's how
so
you know it was
detailed,
true. That's how you
crazy
know it was true.
facts. But we move on to the next scene. We got Rollie and Natalie outside talking about a photo shoot for the Baddie Blunts, and Rollie's the ambassador, which I thought was funny too. And Scotty, this is how you know Scotty's a punk. If anything, you supposed to be Natalie's best friend. You should have been the first one to get a bag off of this business venture, but it's Rollie. But Scotty ain't gonna do nothing about it because here comes her flopping, following the ass. She comes sitting outside like she always does, trying to get in on the scene. But they recap it. Natalie's being fake as usual, saying that Biggie and Smiley were tripping, being delusional and whatever. Natalie is also saying that they didn't even read the eviction letter or whatever. And Rolly saying Biggie probably thought it was a friendship letter. Rolly, in Rolly's mind, I guess she thinks she got it at this point. Like she thinks Biggie is like fiending for her friendship. And she's like, Biggie did not care about that letter. Smiley might have cared about it, but Biggie did not care about that letter. But Natalie's also talking about how they're gonna have a pool party, having water balloon fights, shooting guns and stuff, water guns. And I'm like, how old are y'all? Like, what is the point in this? Like, y'all don't have anything else creative to do as baddies. This is what you want to do. If anything, if you're gonna have a pool party, bring some people out. Get some DJs out here. Like you got DJ Sky, bring the DJ out. Like do something, have some fun. Like get some people out there. But that's not what they're doing. Natalie wants to do that. She said that they want to fight it out another way. But then we get to the scene with Sky T, Camila, the pretty girls. Sky T, Camila, Anna, and Tasiki. That's what I noticed when I was watching that scene. They all look, it's like you looked at them in that scene after they just pulled from Natalie and Rollie and them looking all cracked and cratered. And then you got these girls over here looking beautiful. But they were sitting there recapping everything as well. Like what you said earlier, Camila was saying that she wishes that Biggie would have let her know that she was going to run up on ET because she would have slid to the side and been like, okay, do what you got to do, but just don't end up possibly hitting me. But T's laughing because Biggie and Smiley are still there because they done caught her up to speed about the eviction notices and stuff. But they all also started laughing too because they're like, how are they going to sit here and trying to evict some people that's not even in the house that they in? Like, y'all don't even live here, so how y'all sending out evictions to other people? But as that happens,
But the thing about it is, why didn't y'all say that shit when they was there?
We gonna get on that. We gonna get on that. But I'm glad you said it. But Biggie and
They
Smiley
fake.
come in. We building up to it. But Biggie and Smiley come in. Biggie gets T up to speed about everything, saying that Natalie and Rollie put the battery in ET's back, which they did to do her big one with Biggie, and Biggie said that's not gonna happen. Anna then addresses Smiley about Mariah Lynn running up, and Smiley then says again she keep running up on her when she's trying to dead the shit, and it's like, how you trying to dead it when you sitting here threatening her family? And that's what Anna said. Anna said you threatened her mama, and Smiley sitting here saying lying again after she just apologized in that scene when Mariah's punching the ground, them weak ass love taps, when she apologized for doing that. And then in this scene, she sat there and told told Anna that did not happen and it was a lie. I'm like, see, that's why they don't like you. You lie all day long. Did you not catch how she lied?
No, like she lied so much. She lied so much. Don't
She can't
threaten
keep
my
up with it.
family. But also, you can't bring your family to the club to fight me.
No, exactly. Because that's the thing too. Smiley had every reason to threaten them at that point. Like, I wouldn't threaten nobody's family unless you do what you just said. Like, you bring your family on me. Yeah, I'm gonna threaten your family at this point because now you just brought your family on me. So she could have used that as a reason as to why she threatened her family. Like, you
And
brought
I
your
think
family into
Suki
it,
was trying to
so
say that to her. Suki was trying to say that to her. She said, "Girl, if you
because
did do it, like I understand."
she
Suki
said
was
she
trying
would
to
have done the
tell her,
same
like
thing.
Suki was trying to tell her, "Bitch, I understand. Like you can say that you did it."
Because she said I fight people's mama too. Like, I forgot to say that. She said that though. She said because I fight people's mamas too. And it's like you literally had every opportunity to literally voice why you did it, but Smiley, she's a punk. Like, she let these people punk her. But Tasiki was then asking them about how they feel about getting the eviction notices. They all laughing because the letters were weak. And Biggie said, "Do they live here? Do they pay rent here?" Like, at this point, like, basically saying, like, y'all can't tell me where to go. This ain't your place. Like, I can't. You can tell me where to go if you pay rent here, but you don't. But then we get to the last scene. They all get on the bus to go to the pool party at Natalie's house. Sky, Tasiki, Anna, and Camila, all four of them look good. Like, this is like probably they always typically look good, but they look all four of them really look good in the scene. But the whack bitches are in the pool playing, and they all look coked up to me. Like, they look like they all been having some hard living. And DJ Sky is there, random as always. But then the crew that we like ends up showing up, and then you got ET's whack ass sitting there hiding in the bushes with a water bottle. I'm like, if anything, you trying to get your lick back, you want to get a lick back by throwing water, and you supposed to be this big fighter.
But also, did you notice that she was saying shh to the girls that was because Biggie was the last one to walk in.
See,
All the
you
other
skipping. We getting to it. You
hold
skipping.
on,
Look,
what
you
am I
get.
skipping from?
We got some more to talk about. Hold on, we gonna get to it. I'm gonna run it back.
You
But
said you was at, okay. You was
I
at
ain't
the
get
part
to
where
it
she
yet.
was squatting down.
I was watching too. You know, I'm observing. I'm very detailed. Biggie, when they
Okay,
was
go ahead.
walking in,
Go
when
ahead.
they was
This is
walking
why
in,
we going.
before they got up there, because when they was the rest of the crew that was walking through the house, I don't know if you was watching, but I was watching Biggie purposely. Biggie's eyes, she was scoping the scene. They was all walking up. Biggie's eyes, she looking, because I feel like she knew, because you could see the rest of the girls sitting there in that jacuzzi part. And she didn't
Yeah.
see, in my mind, she didn't see ET. So she looking like, where's this bitch at? Like, if she come popping out, I need to know where she at. But then that brings it to what you just said about them, her shushing when they was walking up. Which that's when I started to get pissed off with them girls. Because Sky walked past her, Tasiki walked past her. The only ones that looked like they didn't see her was Camila and Anna. Because when she jumped out, both of them jumped. I don't know if you noticed that, but they both jumped.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw they both jump. But like it was like Tasiki and Scott, why didn't you tell Biggie, hey,
Exactly.
he right
Look
here?
right here. Right. I'd have been like, look, hey,
I'm
Bitch
like,
right
Biggie,
here
she
trying to
right
get you.
here. She
I'd have
right
been that way
here.
too. If y'all really rock with her the way y'all was acting, you would have did that. But she ends up
Mm-hmm.
running up ET's weak ass. Like this was so because she could have had a moment to really get Biggie. She could have really got Biggie. But she runs up and throws water, and Biggie gets her in the headlock real quick. So they tussling at this point because you can tell Biggie trying to throw her ass in that water. And I wish she would have got her in that water. That would have killed me. I would have died laughing because imagine her throwing her in the water and standing out because you know Biggie would have done something childish like, "Ha ha, bitch, look
Haha, Big Biggie.
at you." But they tussling at this. Well, not even tussling. They just basically borderline wrestling. But Rollie's fat ass. This is why I'm calling her a fat ass. She's talking about get that fat bitch. I don't know if y'all heard it, but if you didn't, go rewind it. Get that fat ass bitch. Talking to ET about Biggie. And then you got Natalie fake ass also talking about get her, get her, get her. And then you got Scotty's punk ass, fake ass, which goes back to what you said earlier about her and Biggie supposedly being friends. And she's sitting there throwing water balloons at her. And then we get to the bitches that are supposed to be cool with Biggie, which is I'm gonna name them all: T, Tasiki, Camila, Anna, Sky, Smiley, Fake. Oh, I was about to call her something real rude, but they go up over there while they throwing this stuff and laughing at Biggie, hugging them, sitting there just letting them do it, not do nothing about it. You can see Biggie is pissed off at this point because she sees it. And she's noticing that these bitches that claim that they really with her are not really with her.
Yeah. And
And
it
that's
gave me BGC4, like where they were throwing all them water balloons and stuff at
at
Flo.
Flo. Yeah.
And I wish
That was
Biggie
fucked
would
up.
have had her Flo moment and tossed ET on the ground.
Me
Flip
too.
that bitch.
Boy. And didn't she
That
have
would have
a
been
she broke her foot when she did that shit too.
yeah, she
Flo
broke
was
her foot.
different. Flo
Because she
was a
broke her
different
foot
type of
from falling in
crazy.
the pool. Oh no, that was when she fell in the pool.
No, she push her
Oh.
in the pool? That girl, what was
No,
her
yeah,
name?
because she was yelling over Amber and she got pushed in the pool.
Amber.
And then I think when
Yeah.
she had already broken her foot, when she
She
was leaving,
tossed
that's
her
when they
ass.
threw the water balloons at her.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it gave BGC4 all over again. Like it's nothing new. I feel like it was lame to throw water balloons at Biggie and stuff. It was lame for all of them to
It's
do that to
bullying.
her because she only swung on two people this season, and that was Rollie and ET. So I understood that they had an issue, but the rest of the girls bandwagoning onto their issue
Bullying.
was just kind of weird to me. I get speaking up for people or whatever, but actually like antagonizing the situation when you supposed to be friends with the other person too is kind of weird. I get speaking your piece, but trying to jump in and shit is just kind of weird. Very weird.
Yeah.
But also I did not like House B being fake towards Biggie or whatever because y'all claim y'all cool with her or whatever, but why don't y'all have her back like that? Like I'm not saying y'all gotta get in and fight these girls or jump in and like yell and scream at them, but you could say, hey,
Just
that's
say
not cool.
something.
Let's chill out a little bit. Like we
For
trying to have
real.
fun. We trying to pool party. Let's chill out. Like this all could have been avoided had they spoke up more prior to these events.
Yeah, that's all they had to do was say something. And it's like, don't even get, because they always say all this stuff when they're not around these girls about how they be starting shit. But the minute y'all get an opportunity to stop them from starting the shit, y'all don't do nothing about it, which pisses
I
me
agree.
off. But I'm glad the reunion, they all trying to be on that type of time. We'll see if they actually do it. But
We'll see what
next week,
happens.
well, actually, before we wrap that, Natalie's fake ass talking about Biggie, you gotta catch this fade. And Natalie, you can tell she don't. It's so funny hearing her say certain dialogue and certain phrases that she would have never said 10 years ago. But she's talking about she got to catch his fade. But Natalie, you would have never caught fades back in the day that Megan was trying to run your way, Stassi was trying to run your way. But Biggie ends up running up on ET too. And in the sneak peek for next week, it looked like she was getting the best of ET for me. Like they didn't,
I
they
don't
ain't,
know.
I ain't see real hands being thrown for real. Like she ran up on her and swung, and it looked like ET was swinging back. But the gist of it all, it looked like Biggie was like really like manhandling her, like throwing her around, and they ended up tossing each other over that lawn chair. It didn't seem like ET did anything, and like I said last week, I felt like with the super trailer that they released for the season, I thought Biggie got fucked up when I saw Biggie rolling across that thing. But it looked to me like Biggie was just handling ET.
It looked like they both like it looked like they tripped over that. They both looked like they fell over there.
Yeah. regardless, ET didn't get to land nothing. So job well done, Biggie. Like, because ET should have literally slid her. Should have slid her. But that's what we get next week. We get Natalie yelling at Biggie, Scott, Suki on Mariah's ass about that chain situation. I can already tell she about to really get her, and I can't wait for that. We get ET and Biggie again. Biggie throwing chairs, which I thought was
It looked like
hilarious.
Sapphire and ET were arguing too.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on at that dinner, and then Anna is Smiley. So we got a lot of shit to look
She
forward to
said, y'all
next
doing
week.
too much fighting. She said, y'all doing too much talking. Y'all need to get to fighting. And Anna said, come off the buzz. Smiley
I
gonna
know
let
she did do that.
Why
Yeah, I
was
forgot.
Smiley, if you noticed, Smiley was
She was
smiling.
laughing.
She
Yeah,
was laughing while they was fighting. I guess
was
that's why her name is
laughing.
Smiley. I was so confused. I'm like, this is like her little sister
She
fighting.
literally and I feel like
But I don't know
they
what her
tried to.
and Anna are fighting. They got an issue or something.
I feel like they tried to
It's been
hype that
kind of
up.
alluded to, even at the premiere, like, Anna don't like Smiley, and I don't know what the reason is, but I can't wait to see. And you know who I'm sticking beside. I'm sorry, I'm sticking beside Anna.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick beside Anna too
Right,
because I don't like
wrong.
Smiley. I don't like
Right, wrong.
Smiley.
I don't care.
Smiley's
I'm
a
sticking
punk.
beside Anna on anything. I like Anna. I'm sorry. You can call me hypocritical. You can call me crazy. You can call me stupid, but I'm going to stand Anna Mac. I genuinely like her. Like, she talks her shit. Even when people are not agreeing with her, she's still going to talk her shit. And I guess people are not noticing how vocal she is because in these last couple scenes, she hasn't really been a main part of it. But if you listen to the background, you could hear how she's not for this shit if you really pay attention.
Yeah, she do, and she'll stand on her stuff too. She ain't Smiley. Like if they call her out on it, she gonna stand on
I
it.
just hope
Like she
Smiley
gonna say
don't
what
get
she
the
gonna
best of
say.
my sister. Because if Smiley get the best of my sister, I'm gonna look the other way, and we're not gonna talk about it in the review.
We gonna talk about it. You might
No,
not, but I
but if
will.
Anna win, we gonna talk about it. But if
If
Anna
she
don't
lose, we gonna
win,
talk about it too. We gonna
no,
talk about it too.
no, we're not. No, we're not.
Yes, we
It's
are.
going to.
You don't have to, but
I'm
I
going to
will.
rewrite history. I'm going to rewrite history if she lose, and we're not going to talk about it. And that's
We'll
that
talk
on
about it.
that. Because I'm
We'll
going to
talk about
interrupt
it.
you anytime. I'm going to be
We'll talk about it.
ah,
We gonna talk about it.
ah,
But
ah,
I'm gonna interrupt you because we're gonna talk about it. And y'all
and
gonna
we're
talk
not.
about it. I need y'all. We are done for this review. I need y'all to jump in the comments. Tell us what y'all thought about this shit. Thumbs up the video. Please hit the subscribe button. Y'all was rolling last week. Homeboy, I got 82 subscribers last week. So do that again.
Okay, I guess you thought you
But
did your big one.
I got
but
82 subscribers.
I'm
but
just
we will
playing.
see
I'm proud of
y'all.
you.
Appreciate you. They love watching us though, so that's cool. But
Why?
because we talk.
We don't be talking about
We talk.
nothing.
We be talking. Well,
Hold
they
on,
don't be
who that
moving us,
girl
but
that be
we
in the
talk.
comments? She got a YouTube
Who?
video too. She got a YouTube page too.
Movie Bay, hello. I've been telling you to follow. I've been telling you to watch her. She be cracking me up. She's one of the funniest
I be
people
seeing
on
her
YouTube.
all in the comments because you told me hop in the comments. I saw her in the comments. I
Because
said, "Oh,
that's
I
my
like
YouTube.
Movie
That's
Bay."
my YouTube dog. That's my dog. But yeah, go watch her when you get off. Go watch her page. And they already watch her too. I already know that. But thumbs up the video, drop a comment, subscribe if you
I
are
like
new here. We'll
her,
be back next week.
but
Go
some of
talk
these
to
bitches
her.
in the comments be acting up. And let me
They
let
don't
you
be
know, I
acting up
haven't
with
pressed
us.
play on none of you bitches. I haven't pressed play in the comments yet. But
Bye.
y'all be
We'll see
trying
y'all
it. Some
next
of
week.
y'all,
We'll
y'all
see
be
y'all next week.
trying it.